I am Jenny Kirkland and I am currently working as Head of Care and Quality for Richmond Villages, which is part of Bupa Care Services. I have clinical leadership for 16 CQC registered services, which include care homes and domiciliary care services. After qualifying, I worked in a variety of roles and specialities, including emergency medicine, safeguarding, palliative care and quality improvement. And during that time, I've developed a passion for improving care and supporting staff to make a difference to their patients and residents. Things will go wrong, and being open to learning from these incidents is an important part of health and social care practice. Recognising that although when people go to work they aim to be successful and deliver outstanding care, sometimes things will go wrong. In order to implement effective quality improvement, fundamental knowledge is critical. It is often assumed that leaders and managers of services have developed this knowledge during their career. However, it should not be assumed. It is our responsibilities as leaders to ensure that individuals are equipped with adequate knowledge and ability to apply these processes and tools in practice. Otherwise, any investigations are likely to be superficial, and as such, changes will not be made, leading to similar incidences occurring in the future. After being awarded an Aspiring Directors Leadership Scholarship from the Florence Nightingale Foundation, my project was to improve the culture of learning from incidents within the organisation, both with formal root cause analysis with service managers and the less formal but as important post-incident review process with frontline staff. The project wanted to develop knowledge of the processes and methodology to investigate incidents and to build on staff experience in using tools aiding the identification of the root cause of an incident and to build their confidence in changing systems and processes to reduce the risk of these happening again. The Florence Nightingale Aspiring Directors Leadership Scholarship has been an amazing opportunity to be involved with. After being given the encouragement to apply, the introduction day was very daunting, especially meeting the other scholars, and I have to say I experienced real imposter syndrome, especially as in my cohort almost all of the other scholars were working within the NHS, and I felt slightly overwhelmed as an individual working in social care. However, their kindness and inclusivity helped me to work on those feelings and have helped me gain a voice for others working in social care. The opportunities that the Florence Nightingale programme has provided have been exceptional, from courses with the King's Fund that developed my appreciation of negotiation with individuals with different drivers that has enabled me to have a voice at the table for the benefit of the residents, to the celebrations at Westminster Abbey in celebration of International Nurses and Midwives Day. I have grown professionally and have thoroughly enjoyed myself. I personally gained a lot from the RADA experience and have implemented a lot of the practical approaches taught into my daily working life. This included owning my own confidence and to have belief in my knowledge and skills, especially when in challenging situations with other individuals who have different priorities. This also included being able to tell a story that engages these individuals to ensure that I feel listened to and part of the conversation, rather than defaulting to a back seat. The biggest benefit from all of these opportunities has been the networking and the ongoing links and relationships with others it has facilitated. 2020 has been such an unexpected and unusual year for all in health and social care. The COVID pandemic has changed the way in which we work and has emphasised the importance for good leadership across the whole system. The opportunity to share issues, challenges, fears, knowledge and good practice with a non-judgmental group of like-minded individuals has been invaluable and has enabled me to feel less isolated, and it truly has been a privilege to be such a part of a fantastic family of nurses and midwives. Understanding why incidents have occurred and to identify opportunities for improvement is critical in making changes for the benefit of residents, patients and staff safety and overall experience. It is common following an incident for an individual or human error to be identified as the cause. However, following decades of learning both in healthcare and other industries, it is acknowledged that individuals are rarely to blame and it is more commonly a combination of issues within the system. A human factors approach to reviewing the issues can help to understand the root cause of an incident, as it considers the entirety of the situation, including the environment, both the physical environment and any group dynamics, alongside the task complexity and any concurrent tasks, as well as the individual's characteristics and capabilities at the time of the incident. It is often assumed that leaders and managers of services have developed the knowledge and skills in analysing incidents and identifying learning during their career. However, this should not be assumed. As such, a short programme was designed to introduce some of the concepts and tools that would help build a positive learning culture within our services, and consisted of an introduction to human factors, to the processes and structure in obtaining information, including best practice in interviewing individuals, and a practical session in using some of the tools for analysing the issues, such as the 5 whys and the fish diagram. The programme was run by different specialists, including a chartered ergonomist and human factors specialist, an HR specialist, and a quality improvement and risk governance team member. Following this programme, the principles of post-incident review were also introduced for those incidents of no harm, minor or moderate harm, in the form of summits, as a process to support frontline staff, both registered and non-registered, to recognise and actively participate in identifying learning from incidents. The summits were set up to be undertaken within 72 hours and needed to engage with several members of the team, and was not just an operational task to provide evidence of review, but to actually make improvement. It used the system of asking, what happened? What should have happened? Was there a difference? And if so, why? And importantly, what learning and changes can be made to reduce the risk of a similar incident occurring again? These questions were supported with some focused questions on process, such as what processes should have been followed, such as risk assessments and care plans, or communication systems, and did these function as expected? Examining the environment, such as the physical environment, such as light levels, sound levels, staffing levels, as well as other environmental factors, such as considering concurrent tasks, and if there were any additional distractions. Was any equipment being used or should have been used? Was it in working order, people using it appropriately? Did they know how to use it? And individuals. What were the personal capacity and capabilities of the individuals involved at the time? Not just that of the resident involved, but to include the staff capacity and capabilities, such as considering what working hours individuals had been doing prior to the incident, or other non-work related issues, such as personal distractions with family or lack of sleep, as many of these have unexpected consequences when mixed with other factors. This structure and prompts help staff to identify potential issues that may have impacted or caused the incident, and importantly, what learning or system changes need to be implemented to reduce the risk of a similar incident occurring again. Following initial project design, it was a real surprise that the vast majority of managers in the project group had never received any training or education in the tools and systems used to identify root causes and learning from incidents. Although many had been involved with undertaking root cause analysis in the past, they lacked confidence and knowledge of the system and felt that it was a process to lay blame rather than to identify positive learning. As Norman states, finding and blaming individuals following an incident and punishing them will not resolve the issue. Finding the issue within the system and changing this will make an ongoing change. Thus, the project was implemented to alter this perception within the organisation. Following the short programme, the individuals reported increased confidence in undertaking investigations, identifying the causes of incidents, and this was even when that review identified central system issues rather than local ones. They felt supported in raising the issues and implementing changes. And what was really encouraging was their enthusiasm and approach to supporting and cascading their learning to their staff, and especially with the engagement to introduce the process of summits and post-incident reviews. Following the programme, the number of incidents recorded has not reduced. However, the engagement of staff in learning from them and making changes has been noted. The feedback from both managers and frontline staff was that they appreciated the introduction of a structure to follow, so that when they were reviewing incidents, they reviewed the processes and systems and not just reviewed the individuals involved. They felt that this approach facilitated a non-blame culture to be nurtured, and although individuals may be held to account for their actions, the principal focus was to make improvements and learn lessons for the group as a whole. The frontline teams quickly started to engage with the process and have developed a real enthusiasm for the new system, often implementing the summit process without the influence of a manager, and many have identified issues and learnings independently. The ownership that the teams took for their own and others' actions was really encouraging, and the summit and post-incident review processes have been implemented successfully for a number of different types of incidents, including medication errors, falls, pressure ulcers and complaints. This approach is really helping to embed a learning culture and has reduced the fear of blame and recrimination when incidents occur, leading to confidence in staff knowledge and especially for them to report when no injury or minor injury incidents have occurred to facilitate some more learning. As such, the approach taken by the project has been recognised, with an education and practical training programme about root cause analysis and human factors having been developed and is now being rolled out across the business, and the practical processes of the summits being introduced into policy. The positivity about learning and making quality improvement is beginning to be embedded at the front line, and it is really encouraging to see the confidence in frontline staff to make suggestions and implement change for the benefit of residents. I would like to take this opportunity to express my thanks and gratitude to a few people, namely my sponsor and previous Florence Nightingale Scholar, Lucy Brown. Without her encouragement and support, I would not have been given the opportunities and be in the position I am in now. So huge thank you. I would also like to express my thanks to the Florence Nightingale Foundation for their ongoing support and encouragement. However, the biggest thanks must go to my fellow scholars for the network of colleagues and friends that have developed as a result of this course. I feel truly privileged to be part of such an amazing cohort of incredible nurses and midwives. Thank you.